No, I made a script about a topic that I wanted to discuss for some time now, and thought maybe it's better to just take out the old camera phone and have a chat as we walk through the woods. The only place that I currently don't really need to wear a mask. And I wanted to address the reason that I believe foreigners vlog about Poland, because it's a rather unique practice, I must say. Indeed, I've compared this idea, right, of a foreign patriot of a new country who might not even be a citizen of that country on YouTube in different countries. And I found a few guys who were excited about Belarus, about Ukraine, about Russia. You go west, Germany, Czech Republic, whatever, you name it, and you don't really find that at all. And I think it happens for a variety of reasons. For one, more artistically inclined people might move to the eastern or central part of Europe. By the way, when I say east, I'm talking about the political notion of east as I was taught when I was a child. That never really wear it out. This was behind the Iron Curtain. Anyways, it's a little bit more affordable, so should they have their big trip to Europe, their move to Europe, it's natural that they would come here. And at one time anyways, it also posed more of a sense of adventure, right? We're going off the beaten tourist track and we're going to have a real experience. And it's funny because I guess the tourists have always been coming here. I even found interesting old news videos of foreigners who lived in Poland during the time of the People's Republic. And the notion has always been more or less the same. Poles are very happy to accommodate. Foreigners are quite excited to be there. And there is a type of unity that you don't really find in other countries, which is in total contrast to what any media outlet would tell you. They present Poland like a racist, totalitarian hellhole, and I wholeheartedly do not agree with that notion whatsoever. I know plenty of people who were not born in Poland, made it their home, and I'm talking about from places all over the world, not just the United States, but Africa, Asia. People have also reached out to me on many occasions, conveying their interest to come to Poland, be a part of it. And it is, I guess, the deeper essence of Polish hospitality. You get beyond the nice pierogi and being stuffed with food, is that they genuinely welcome people into their land. And the caveat where people who are really used to how can I say mainstream political correctness maybe, is that Poles at the same time will also expect a little bit of acclamation and respect for their culture. And for anyone who's unwilling to kind of compose themselves a little bit, they call you out on it. Doesn't mean you get kicked out of the country, because the truth is that Polish people amongst themselves don't really agree. So, you can't you can't pin Poles down. They have very, very strong and powerful feelings from every spectrum of politics, religion, orientation, and so forth. So moving up to my point, people come here, they make a home here, and in my case, kind of desperate to be a legitimate part of it. You're not born in a country. It's not obvious that you should really mean something to the society one way or another. And expression and communication is a fantastic way. Many foreigners are teachers in Poland, and they earn their living by providing English. That's a bit of a show. They're in a type of prestigious, I would even say, position that they can really sculpt people's ideas should they intend on it one way or another. And vlogging or doing something in the media would be that to a whole different degree. It's very, very validating to be a part of a society in that way. So, I've met a bunch of people since I started Cult America who also took to vlogging, and it's the funniest side effect that I never intended on in the channel. It used to really bother me. To be clear, when I started Cult America, there was one guy before me who vlogged about Poland, David Snopek, the legend. And David, his intention was to speak Polish and connect with other people who speak Polish. It was a niche thing. When I started it, it was more or less a means to replace my creative outlet that I used to put into music. And YouTube seemed like a decent equivalent or a decent alternative to that, because you could still connect with people, you could still put across an artistic message, but you know, as a father, as a family man, it wouldn't require you to live in a bus or be poor even, because you could easily have another job if YouTube, which back then, you know, wasn't a business at all, didn't pay off. So when you look at people after me, so there was David Snopek, and then I took to vlogging much about Poland. There's of course Patrick Ney, who is brilliant when it comes to history. I mean, he really has an in-depth understanding of the history here, and although he's not a citizen yet, you know, I think he's beyond honorary in Poland, because he's also done the thing that I find myself unable to do, you know, I don't even want to, but he also offers criticism when necessary, when need be. I found Rainier. He's a Brazilian man who now lives in Sweden, but his heart is in Poland. And his story is particularly touching to me because he vlogs about Poland in Portuguese. And you'd be surprised at how many people tune in to hear his thoughts and to learn about Poland. There is a man from Mexico who is vlogging about Poland. And so if I was to kind of package it into one word as to why foreigners take to the internet to declare their love for this land, it would be just that. It would be love. Genuine love. I was once asked during a TV interview if I'm not trying to play the Polish complex. For one, I don't believe that the Polish complex exists anymore. The state of affairs in this country are very comfortable as compared to my own native country, the United States. If you don't believe me, go there, see for yourself with your own eyes. And so Poles are no longer ashamed of their home. The brand Poland is particularly strong, and as it should be. You know, Poles worked very hard to get it to that point. They suffered and they sacrificed. I came here before all the EU money infused the roads, before prosperity was abundant. And I loved Poland as it was then. I find it difficult to accept the changing nature of the country, but the truth is that the future is always in the hands of the youth. So even when you don't agree or understand a direction, it is the direction all the same, because they will gradually take over the reins and you become a passenger as you grow older. So when it comes to the vloggers about Poland, I believe that they genuinely love the country and they're looking for an outlet to express that with others who understand. And of course, they're also looking for a way to be validated within the Polish society. So I've found my place here. Hopefully they will as well. Vlog or no vlog.